Now, when everybody thinks wedges, we think Vokey. Vokey, Vokey. But I want you to consider potentially something else. What about the Cleveland RTX range? Now, within that, what about the RTX Full Face 2? This is the brand new wedge from Cleveland. And look at that, full face. Now, grooves that take up the entirety of the face. Now, Cleveland say that this wedge is specifically built for players who are daring around the greens, that want to open up that face, swing hard, and pop it up. So we're going to be putting it fully to the test today in every single scenario. But first, right, let's take this off. There's nothing better, right, than taking... Look at that, those fresh grooves, untouched by human hands. Now, for 1 minute, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Vokeys. Well, that was smooth, Alex. Let's try that again. But what I am saying, that maybe there is something that is a cheaper alternative, and we need to see if it's any good or not. You also could have potentially had the old RTX Cleveland wedges, the old full face, the first generation, the first iteration, and you want to know what is the difference between the old and the new. Right, so we're going to put it to the test, as I say. We're going to hit some from the rough, some from the bunker, some short-siders, some high, some low, because we've got to see what it's like. But first, before I dirty this up, let's have a look at this closely. Now, first glance here, one of the changes from last year's model to this year's model is this more matte finish. One of the complaints about last year's was when you opened it up or you're looking down on it on a sunny day, now, not a problem we have here in Manchester at all, but there was quite a lot of glare. So it's a bit duller in that appearance. Even here, it's sort of dulled out, and on the face also. Now, one thing that really sticks out to me is this top edge here, this roundedness and high area on this high toe. One thing that really sticks out to me is this top edge, how sort of high and then rounded it goes. Now, looking at these grooves, before I just turn it, you can see how the difference between the matte finish on the face now and a bit more of a glossy look around the back, and they feel really spinny. It almost feels like a bit of sandpaper that on there, that's on that face. And if you look really closely, you can sort of see the grooves within the grooves and that. So overall, holding this up, it is a really good looking wedge. And I know a lot of people might go, I don't like that high toe. But for me, I think it looks really, really good in the sense of the high toe is more rounded rather than straight up. They've done a good job so far here on the looks. Now, it's also important to note, this is the shaft that comes standard, dynamic gold spinner wedge. And you know what's quite nice? You get a little bit of the taut issue in there as well. Always feels a little bit special. Now, enough talking. I want to hit some of the first shots away. I'm going to test this fully, so let's get into it. I'm really excited to put this to the test because this is actually what we would play in, isn't it? It's not a tight lie. It's not perfect like we see the golfers on TV. It's not perfectly fast greens. Let's see if we can create some spin from this lie. And I know I appreciate all the comments. All of you saying it's great to see me using these in a practical situation. Now, I'm going to warm up by hitting a few of these before we go to the full flop. But let's see what it goes like. Watch how it lands. Here we go. Oh, that came out low and spinny. Hit it a bit hard. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Let's go again. I was really trying to get a load of spin on that. Now, interestingly, have a look at this. I know I hit that a bit hard. That's not the point. I don't know how this wedge goes. But I've got a bit of ball on there. Now, that's because those grooves are super sharp, right? Can you see that white? That's unreal. That's seriously unreal. I'm shocked. Also feels wrong, dirty in it. But let's hit another one. See if we can get this one spinning here. Watch this one. Did you just see how quick that stopped? Come on, let's go and stand up here. Just look at that again, right there, that white. That is my golf ball on these fresh grooves. Now, I know I hit the first one a bit hard, but did you see how quick that first shot stopped? It stopped like within a foot, and bear in mind that's a pitch shot out of the thick rough. Well, thick rough, it's thick rough because it's this time of year. In the summer, that would be fairway. Okay, I want to hit some pitch shots now from the fringe. I know you wouldn't necessarily hit a pitch shot there, but that's the shortest grass we've got at the moment here in the UK. Before we go into the flop shot and the bunker shot, first impressions, it feels soft off the face, and those grooves are sharp. Now, I mentioned there are a few differences between last year's full face and then this year's full face 2. It's that hydro zip. Now, it's a laser milled line system, which essentially, have a look at this here, it creates a rougher feel on that face. And all you got to know in layman's terms, what a rougher feel on the face means: more friction and essentially more spin. And that was really evident on those 2 shots. Like, I wish the first one hit the green because that was really spinny, but the second one did, and it stopped really quick. Out of like a lie we would both face, which is not great, bit rough like. Now I'm going to test it on some fairway lies, then into the flop shots. But seriously, so far, I'm impressed. Now, what do you think of that change? Laser milled line system, not as much glare on the face. I always think if I'm buying something new or thinking of upgrading and it's potentially more expensive, you want to know what you're paying for. Right, here we go. Watch this one. Let's see what spin we get. Now, again, I wouldn't play this shot here. I'm just wanting to try it on a tighter lie. I'm gonna go past the flag, but just to give you a chance to see it land and stop. Look at this land and stop. Nice. Now, have a look at this down at the ball. Now, as I say, Cleveland say this is a machine which is perfect for opening that face and for golfers that are daring to. When you put it down, I'm not going to put it near the ball, but look how, like, when I open that face, if we go a little closer here, you can sort of just see how that leading edge doesn't sit proud. Now, that's to do with the grind on these wedges, and it changes as you go through, but look at that there. That shape, just then even down behind the ball, it looks appealing. It sort of goes to you, go on, open it up. It looks kind to you. And I guess if that's what the wedge is designed to do, that's what it should do. Okay, let's hit another one from here. But I'm liking the look of it. Here we go. Again, I'm gonna go past this flag. Right, let's go and hit this one. Oh, right, okay, actually, now we mention it, I need to mention these soles because they do change. So have a look here. The sole and the grinds is sort of this area here, and that stops the wedge sitting proud. Now, in the gap wedge and the sand wedge lofts, it features an S-shaped sole grinds, while in the lob wedge, use of a C-shaped grind, giving players the ideal level of versatility in every shot. Now, lofts come from anywhere from 50 degrees all the way up to 64 degrees, so a wide range of lofts in 2-degree increments. I'm using a 54 with 10 degrees, which is actually a high amount of bounce, but this sort of grind I've got on here doesn't make this leading edge sit proud. Like, go on, have a look at this down at the ball again. We'll even do this on the green. So look at that here, and then if I open it, it doesn't sit that proud. Now, bear in mind, you're never going to hit something off as tight as that, and it would be even a bit more flush to the ground because of that grind. The sole stops it sitting like up like this. Right, I'm going to hit one more pitch shot, then we're into the flop shot. That's what this is designed to do. It should help me, but let's see. That was a little bit thin, but it also stopped pretty quick. Here you go. These grooves are seriously sharp. See all these white marks? That's my ball. I actually want to go and see what the ball's like. These grooves are so sharp, they are brand new. Let's have a look what it's done to my ball. Let's have a look at this ball then, yeah? Now, there's nothing really on the golf ball. I'm only mentioning it because, like I just said, you can see bits of that on the face there. Right, let's get this other ball here, and I'm going to go down there. I want to hit some flop shots. Now, one thing that's really sticking out to me when I'm addressing this ball is the shape, the higher toe for sure, the fact that it does have that dull appearance, and I like that. That's something that I love. I'm being very careful here not to fall over as I go backwards down a hill, because I like wedges that go rusty. Now, this one doesn't go rusty, but that sort of duller, a bit more matte look, I really think that's a big upgrade in terms of appearances, especially on a sunny day, like it is here today. Now, one thing that I've also noticed is how tight the grooves are packed in there. And like I just said, that's going to help with friction. That's going to help with spin. And it's also going to help you when it's wet, because it then sort of displaces any debris, displaces any water. And essentially, in layman's terms, everything that they've done with this wedge is to help you get more spin, more control around the greens. Now, this is what they say. If you're daring enough to open up this club, I am putting on a good lie. This is what it's designed to do. Here we go. I have no idea where this is going to go. Not my forte, a flop shot, but we're going to give it a go for the sake of this video. Here we go. Oh, that felt really easy to do. How high and easy did that go up? I think because of the way it sits, it's sort of, as I want to reiterate, you plonk it open, you grab your club, and it doesn't look like it's going to knife across the green. Now, by all means, I'm still capable of that, but I just think the grinds, the shape, and you can sort of imagine the ball going across the full face here, whereas usually it would sort of stop around here, wouldn't it? That's where those grooves would usually stop. Okay, let's hit another one here. Here we go, let's play another one. See how high this goes. Tell you what, I think I'd end up just trying to flop it every single time. One thing I need to do first, before I make a full decision, bunker shots. Forgetting Cleveland for 1 minute here, what wedge would you use in a bunker, and what brands are you using right now? Is it Vokey? It could be Mizuno, it could be Ping, it could be Cobra, it could be tailor-made. Like this, even Callaway, there's so many good wedges out there, but I think this is a strong contender. Now, when I'm in a bunker, before sort of the last 2 or 3 years, I've always used a full face. I've just always thought, I'm gonna get maximum sort of, I don't know, contact with the sort of sand, the ball. I always just thought it makes it a bit easier because of the profile of the club. I'm gonna go about sound here. The sound is quite dull. It's not high pitched when you hit these shots. I mean, you won't hear it on this one because of the bunker. And the feel off the face is very, very soft. You can almost feel that ball climbing the grooves on those good hits. And actually, I think the measure was before, that thin shot. Okay, here we go. Let's hit a bunker shot. Again, it feels easy to hit it with this club, the way it sits. That had so much spin on it. In fact, that much spin. We're gonna put you up by the green on this one. Watch it land. Watch it land. Oh, that felt a joy to play. Now, I just watched that one back off camera. Just wanted to see how quick it stopped, and that was crazy how quick it stopped. Now, I appreciate these are brand new, but all the technology in here is not going to fade straight away. It's something that's going to last and it's going to really help you. Now, if we give this an overall assessment, I'll be honest, I wouldn't purchase this in a 54 degree. I'd be looking at this more in a 58, just because I see it as a club that I would want it to just be there for the high shots, the spinny shots, the bunker shots. And how my game is set up, I'd be going for a 58, 10 degrees of bounce, because I'm seriously impressed with this. I like the roughness of the face, I like how it sits, the shape of the high toe, and even like the shelf appeal on the back. Just got this dash of sort of more chrome look through the middle, and then sort of down this back area here. And of course, with the zip core technology. Very impressive wedge, guys. Very, very impressive wedge. But never mind what I think of this wedge. What do you think? Is this one that you would pop in the bag? Are you thinking of upgrading? Let me know down below in the comments. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell, because there's so many videos coming up with all brand new products. Now, I'm loving all your comments on suggestions of what I should test next. Now, if there's anything that you think I should test, pop them down below so I can read them, reply to them, because you are directing the content. I want to test them before you buy, so you know if it's the right thing to do or not. Thanks for watching.